this is the Capricorn reading. I'm going to preface here. Okay, firstly, I want to thank any new subscribers. I welcome you with open arms to this community. So appreciative that you're here. And secondly, I want to talk on, because we have a lot of transits going on within this month. I advise everybody to look into this themselves. I am not well versed in this area, but I am just curious and looking into it. And specifically, some things going on that have to do with Capricorn's planet, which is Saturn, and I might not even have all of these. I've been putting these up, and I don't think I'm like sharing everything. Again, I am not well versed in this, and do your own due diligence, but if you do feel intrigued to do so. But yeah, some things I did gather were the Sun is opposing Saturn on the 7th. Mercury is opposing Saturn on the 18th, and Mars is trine Saturn on the 29th and 30th. And with that, I got that you could feel a little bit stifled and called to look at like different angles, the directions that you're taking. You might have to pivot with something around that time, the 7th. On the 18th, be discerning on how you communicate. If anybody's sharing any criticism, be open to that. I am getting that right now because it might help you with finding a different way of doing something that you might actually end up appreciating. Yeah, I just got that. And at the end of the month, that you're going to have a renewed boost or drive. Specifically, I think it's going to be like in your work field. I don't know. You'd have to look into that yourself. But that's definitely how I feel. I feel like some motivation there. Alright. So we will start off with tea leaf. We will move into Botticelli. For the tarot, we have the Enchanted Tarot, I will clarify with. We have Mystical Healing Reading Cards and Gypsy Oracle, and as always, charms. So let's go ahead and dive in. Interesting. Okay, so these all are standing out. And is that gonna budge? Oh wow, quite a bit here. Interesting. I think this is a printing error. What about this one? You know what? This one too. So it's kind of got this. I'm very intrigued by this one because it's got like a printing error there, that it's like a little bit different in the color. It's a little more orange red than red red. Maybe I'm just seeing it that way. I don't know. But let's see. Tankard. Celebration, fun, enjoyment. So especially if you've been feeling kind of dull lately, kind of, because yeah, this one's like less vibrant. This might be something that you need to do for yourself. Give yourself some more fun and enjoyment, and find ways to celebrate. Make sure you're celebrating every win. Okay, and then we have August, and I'm going to put this in front of everything. So we have August. That could be next year, that could be past years, that could be just an important time for you for some other reason. It could be a birthday, your birthday, somebody else's birthday. different for everybody. And I say that because, of course, not everybody's watching for their sun sign. So, you know, it could be your birthday if it is if you're a Leo perhaps, or a Virgo. Okay, and we have career and happiness. Okay, so making sure you have balance there, making sure that your work is something, of course, you're not going to love every part of any job. I think even if you have a job that you love, there's parts to it that, you know, are less enjoyable. But, you know, making sure that you aren't in a career that just, you know, completely sucks you dry of happiness is also important. Especially, you know, this sun here. This sun feels like free. There's birds flying around it. It's bright. This sun, it's like there's some clouds going over it. And that could be a moon. It could be, but here right now I'm getting it as the sun, and like there'll be some blockages. Perhaps within August you've kind of been noticing that. But also I'm getting growth in your career. Perhaps also you've just felt stagnant in your career lately. And I see some new growth happening. Okay. Career, happiness, and time celebration. So also you could be celebrating this this growth within your career. We have ink pot, problems to be resolved. Interesting too with the transits going on, that there's like, you might be called to pivot on something, or to be like open to new ways or new resolutions on something. So that's what I'm getting there. We have claw, be careful, do not take risks. So being mindful in the way that you handle the situation is very important. Be discerning. We did kind of get that. Flowers, happiness, more about happiness. So this is definitely a focus for you. But also I do see happiness coming. A cause for celebration. Boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So again, that celebration is coming through. You might get more money out of like winning something, and it could be having to do with your career. You might get moved up in some way. I did see that new growth in the career card. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. This was also in the Sagittarius reading, and I think another reading a few days ago. So this is coming up a lot lately. I don't think I get through one reading without one card coming through that was there for the prior video that came through, the prior reading, so that's interesting. But yeah, I do think that is common. Okay, I got at work, so maybe there's somebody there you don't get along with, and they're gonna be leaving. Maybe they're stifling you. Maybe they're taking credit on something that like was actually having to do with you. Know that this problem will be resolved. Don't take risks. Like, it might be working out behind the scenes in this case. Okay, and we have a pin, new job or career. So some of you might be leaving that job and going into a new job. Some might be moving up though. I think it's going to be different for it's always different for everybody. But yeah, I definitely think it'll be different for everybody here. Some of you will be signing a new contract. I am like the ink pot, and the career does have, I believe, an ink and quill. Yeah. So I think some of you will be signing new contracts. So that could be a new job, that could be an entirely new position within the place you work. But yeah, with boat, property, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. I was kind of getting like a raise through that, like winning at work in some way. We have dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. And we have wishbone, a wish granted. So yeah, perhaps if you asked for a raise or a different position in work, you might be getting that. Or you will be getting that. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get into your cards here. I am not surprised that it's Capricorn and it's very career focused, but I do think, yeah, you will be focusing a lot on your career and the path you want to take, your future in this time period. Yeah, I did feel like, you feel called to pivot. So for some that would be, taking on a new job, a new career path. Right, spirit guides and angels. Messages for the lovely Capricorn here. What does Capricorn need to see for their highest good? Messages for Capricorn. Okay, some of you might be worried about having done something wrong or doing something wrong. I had that feeling kind of overcome me for some reason. And then it like faded quickly, but like, yeah. Problems will be resolved. So if there was a mistake of some kind, it'll be resolved. Oh, and we did have, okay, so at one point, oh no, you know what? It was for Sagittarius, I believe. But it's coming up here, so I'm gonna state it. Like to be mindful, not to overlook something, look before you leap. Be grounded and realistic. Try not to wear rose-tinted glasses. This day, you could overlook something, look before you leap. It was the 21st. It had to do with the transit for them. But maybe it'll have an effect on you. Maybe that's something you also should be mindful about. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely came through. Like a feeling like you did something wrong. I don't think you necessarily did. But, I mean, it does say not to take risks and problems to be resolved. So like mistakes do happen. There could be a mistake that occurs, so take it slow. Alright, we have the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Cups in your significator position. So you're walking away from anything that is unfulfilling right now. I see this in all areas of your life. But I think, you are focusing on your career right now. Okay, I'm also getting specifically if a workplace is not showing you like if is not valuing you the way that you deserve. I think you are, you know, and like you've already done things to like there's no reason for them. Like you've stepped up, you've shown again and again how dedicated you are, how some of you might be walking away from a place where they don't value you as they should. For some of you, you will be stepping up to prove them wrong, and it might get you in a higher position. It's different for everybody. Also, on this cards, I'm getting Hierophant energy. It's definitely not, but so some of you might be walking away to go back to school, or you might stay in the position even and go back to school to enhance yourself, to add more strings to your bow, and then move up in that career path, perhaps even in that business. Some of you might even get the support from your work to go back to school, like they could fund it. But yeah, that's just intuitively coming through there. We have the World card, but it is in the reverse position here. So I think this is about the pivoting. Yeah, there's in some way you're going to have to pivot and be open to different ways of doing something. Yeah. We have in your future position strength. Yeah, and I did get towards the end of the month, because of certain transits going on, you're going to get this big boost, this big drive. You're going to feel really good about your position. You're going to just have this strength, this pride that you've done a good job. We have the King of Cups in reverse. So I think this is because you are focusing so much on work. Make sure that you take time for rest and self-care. Don't overdo it. Don't let that big boost and drive cause you to burn out quickly. Run with it, let the boost fuel you, but don't let it overcome you in a way that you forget to also take time to balance out and have rest and rejuvenate yourself, so you can keep that going and keep it staying strong. Which with this strength, you will have that ability to carry that through, so long as you give yourself that rest and don't burn out. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, again, it's like, don't work so hard that you miss other things, that you miss out on life. Take time to celebrate, have fun, enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. If you get so focused on work, you might, even if you love your job, if you get so focused on it, you lose some of that. You get desensitized and it becomes more mundane. So keep a balance. Don't overdo it. I think you're going to be excited and enjoy it, what you're doing at the end of the month. So just, again, to use that excitement. It's a great thing. Just make sure you celebrate and have fun as well. And Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're going to love this new path that you take. you are definitely exploring being more fulfilled within your career path. But this can also be about love. We'll see in the clarification what comes through. It also can just be like the fulfilling job offer coming in. Alright, spirit guides and angels. Can you clarify here for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to see? Okay. You know, I'm actually kind of feeling, I'm trusting my gut here, that this has to do with that Sun opposite Saturn, and you know, kind of looking at your dissatisfaction in certain areas and where you aren't happy, and then, you know, finding resolutions to these issues. We have the Princess and the Prince of Wands, so that definitely right there can say that love is on the table. Okay, not necessarily, you know, there's a match here. There is a match here. This could be, you know, I'm getting that just it's this idea that you haven't been into dating if you are single, or if you are partnered already with somebody, that perhaps some of the spark has been lost because you've been so focused on work. You know, you do have to put in and give time and nurture to your relationships and have a good balance there. If you're single, you know, make time, keep an open heart, because you know, you don't want to lose that luster. Celebrate, have fun, and that can help open you towards that. And we have the Fool in reverse, which is very interesting because from what we've seen, a lot of you are going to pivot in some way. And this is new beginnings, new journeys. So yeah, for some of you, it is going to still be within your workplace. I do feel like there is going to be something refreshed and renewed. Perhaps this is about being careful not to take risks. Keeping your footing and to keep going on something. Okay, so on this specific Fool card, we do have on his, I don't know, like staff thing he has here, it looks like a mask, like a double mask. So perhaps you're looking at things that hold you back. Yeah, it's like sometimes you might give in to certain instincts that hold you back, and you are looking right at that. and how that can affect your fulfillment. And it's something you are like releasing. You know, I see that with this like dog with the sheet thing, the fabric blowing in the wind there. You're going to be releasing that. But that it is going to take some time. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. We have 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So you might not necessarily see the fruits of your labor right away. This is slow growth, but growth nonetheless. And we have Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is reminding me of, again, being open to different ways of doing things and different other people's ideas or other people's constructive criticism. Yeah, like do try to be open to that. I think you're used to being the person who maybe has the ideas, or you might get like stuck in certain ways of doing things. And there's an opportunity here to be open and listen to some outside views. And it might really inspire you. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and get your reading cards. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Capricorn, please. What does Capricorn need to see for their highest good? Okay. Okay, we have practice positivity and listen to your intuition. So with practice positivity, we saw so much about happiness. So perhaps you sometimes get in pessimistic ways of thinking. So try to remain positive. That definitely can happen with the Sun opposite Saturn. You might get into a pessimistic state. So do find the happiness, find the joy, celebrate, have some fun. It's needed right now. Be thankful for things that you do have. The lemon tree here is reminding me of like when life gives you lemons. So that's like taking hold of opportunities, but also about gratitude of life's offerings. So perhaps keeping a gratitude log and listen to your intuition. Trust what you receive. If you feel something's off, trust that. But also the fact that she's holding an image here that almost looks like an egg. So that's like, trust your intuition. Okay, I'm getting that like look before you leap that I got with Sagittarius. I don't even know that I mentioned it in the reading, so maybe it was for you all along. Look before you leap. Yeah, especially with the Fool. That's like often about like taking a leap. So look before you leap. Make sure you develop a plan that looks like a blueprint, and with Ace of Swords in reverse, the Fool reverse, Seven of Pentacles, it's like it's not time right now to start this new journey. It's time to prepare for it, to think it through, and to look before you leap, because there might be, you know, some kind of guidance that you still need on it. Especially, yeah, I was seeing the Hierophant on this card, so there might be some incoming information before you like take this leap that you really need to gather. Perhaps even going back to school. Alright, let's get your Gypsy Oracle cards. But ultimately, like, you have the strength. I feel the endurance. I feel like you have practiced much endurance in your life. That you are a hard worker. I mean, that is just like known of Capricorns, but you know, I do just feel that with you, especially that you've worked very hard. And so now it's like work smarter, not harder. Messages for Capricorn, please. Okay. Soldier definitely is telling me, yeah, you've had a lot of endurance, a lot of hard work, and with strength, you know, and that's something that's going to be beneficial for you as you move on, as you move through life. But listen to your intuition. It's important to connect with that right now and develop these blueprints and get an education before moving forward. We have haughtiness. So that can be, okay, I'm getting specifically here that it is having to do with that being open. Try to be open to different ways of doing things, different perspectives, constructive criticism. Try not to think your way is the only way, because I think we can get caught in certain ways of doing things, and you know, sometimes it's like there's something that the universe is trying to show us, and we can close off to it. So yeah, be open. And consolation. So I think this is again about listening to your intuition, especially with the angel here over him. It's like you're being guided. Listen to your intuition. Try not to get so in your head or stuck in ways of doing things, because they're trying to open up a different pathway for you, or show you just like it's not even a different pathway, but like maybe just like a less rough of a road. Yeah, okay, let's get your chart. We have the leaf. So ultimately you are turning over a new leaf, you know, because this always reminds me of the Fool and turning over a new leaf, new beginnings, new growth, going on a new journey. So ultimately you will be, but again, I think it's like, it's very confusing because it's like perhaps the same ultimate end goal, but a different way of doing it. So yeah, be open to that. Clarity will come to you on this. We have the flower. Interesting. Okay, so, and this kind of connects to that. So with your meditation, I saw a lotus opening up. So it was about like being open, but then it was like an angle hit it. So like the center of the lotus was hit by this, like just an angle. It was like a corner of, I don't know what to do, but it was just like an angle. And it made me think, like, have a healthy guard, but be open, be discerning, and look at every angle. Remain open to new ideas, new ways. Ways was very prominent, like new ways of doing things. And look at every angle. So blueprinting. Yeah. We have the turtle here. Interesting. So for Sagittarius, they did get tortoise, which was about, you know, slow moving energy, but like getting ahead, slowly getting ahead. And I was kind of feeling that same energy for here. It's like, I think it's going to be kind of slow progress because there's still some things to learn, like information coming in, or even schooling. It's going to be different for everybody. I just got schools of fish, so that makes me think of intuition. Okay, yeah. Know that even if you don't see the fruits of your labor right away, that you're making progress. And it's going to be even more sturdy because of that. Yeah, you know, especially like, yeah, if you do go back to school, the more you learn, the more you have an advantage in any career. You know, some careers you need to renew your education every so often, like doctors and pharmacists and certain fields, like you're expected to renew your license and, you know, keep up to date on the field. And, you know, there's an advantage to doing that no matter what field you're in. We have the reindeer here and the snow sled. So that can be about Christmas, but also, you know, specifically the fact that it's a reindeer and a sled, you know, pulling the sled. So know, again, that rewards are coming in. You know, it might go slow. You have to pull this. You know, you're the one pulling the sled, but they are coming in. We have the heart with a little rose on it. So be open to love. That's definitely, that came up. Be open to love. Try not to be too guarded. We have the bike here. So that can be about twin flame. You might be in a twin flame journey. It also can, again, it can be about movement. And again, like that you're pulling this sled. You are moving forward. Trust you are moving forward, even when it feels like you're not. And we have the key with the heart. Again, keep an open heart. It is very important. Also celebrate and have fun. Enjoy the journey of life. Don't get too caught up in work. Alright, well, I thank you so much for being here and being a part of my journey, as well as welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. And until next time, lovely folk,